What's up, rookie house flippers? Jackson Wilkie with the Ground Up House Flipping channel. So I've actually got something to show you today. This is one of the listings that I have. We've been getting a ton of showings lately. We actually had an interested party who wanted to buy it, but they couldn't get financing, and then also had another one very interested in buying it, but they found one down the street for about $10,000–$11,000 cheaper. So I don't know if it was nicer or not, but regardless, Ozzy went back out to my listing to just double check it again. And he found some things that he's like, hey, in fact, I recorded it. You know me on this channel. I document everything. So I recorded our conversation. You're going to hear that in a little bit of what he recommends. And he's done 500 real estate investments and hundreds of flips of his kind of thought process behind this. So what it's going to do is it's going to really help you guys to kind of create that mental checklist or physical checklist before you go live. And I would definitely say that me personally, I'll take a lot of the blame on this one. I rushed this listing, right? We didn't have everything done I just wanted to get it out. It was like a good weekend, whatever it was. I don't know. I got excited. Beat me up in the comments. I'm new at this. I don't really give a shit, but I rushed it. There's some things that we probably should have done right out of the gate. And so here's some of the pictures that he went and checked out. Now, you're just seeing the pictures. These are all videos that he sent that were anywhere from 5 seconds to 20, 30 seconds. But we've had so many storms here lately. This big old brush pile hit the front yard. So that's one of them, pick that up. Two, this is a sewer lid and it like sticks up out of the ground. And we had the city come and they like fixed it. He's like, I don't know if you can put sand around it or whatever. He goes, again, this stuff is not really what's making it not sell. It would just make it look nicer. His theory on this, he's pointing to the underside of the house. And what he's saying is if you could get skirting around this, because he goes, it just gives people peace of mind that like there's not cats or raccoons or people or anything going underneath your house. So a few of these are just, if you would, he goes, he goes, at this point, I think it may be a little bit more price than anything, just talking to some of the agents. So again, you're going to hear him live. This is just, again, same thing, little things. He's like, this door lock up top, it works, but you kind of have to like jiggle it. And he's like, I would just make it work smooth. Again, small things. The stove, for some reason, is put in there, but not operating right now. So again, what I'm doing too is I'm creating a list. You're going to hear me talk to my contractor about all this as well. And we're going to get a lot of this solved before our new plan, which you'll hear the new plan, right? And just a few other things. I guess this outlet cover, and it's funny because I was there and I didn't see this. I wasn't looking the other day. And then for some reason, in the past week or two, the air conditioner stopped working. So again, we've had a lot of storms and a ton of power outages the past few weeks here in the Texas area. So I've even noticed in my personal house, sometimes those jolts and stuff, they'll, kick off the breaker of your AC unit. So I've actually had to go out and actually shut mine off for 5–10 minutes and then kick them back on, which for my primary residence, completely off subject, I should probably have a surge protector put into my breaker panel. But at the flip, I think it probably triggered something and it shut it off. So I think people are touring it. Now it's hot season and it's hotter than dog Cheeto. So, stuff like that. We're going to come up with a new plan, and then you're also going to hear me talk to the contractor. So I just want to be open with this. I know you guys like to when I'm out vlogging and showing all these properties, but like I mentioned, I got 3 of them going right now. I'm probably not going to buy anything soon. I got to get some of these sold and finished. So some of my videos are just going to be updates, and this is probably more important than, I know that going out in the field and the videos are flashy and you guys like that, but the intricacies of the house flipping business, getting things sold, managing all the, the payments, managing the contract, managing, the projects in themselves, so you're going to kind of hear the conversations that I have to have with my real estate agent and then also my contractor. So why don't we jump in to talking with my main man, Ozzy. But before we do that, if you would please hit that like button. That's what helps my videos the most, is when you guys engage. Give me a thumbs up if you're liking this raw content. I know some of you are beating me up in the comments, hey, I'm a rookie, but at least I'm documenting it. But if you guys are enjoying this, again, be commenting down below any of your questions. I'm reading all of them, but hit that like button. Now, let's go check out Ozzy, man. What's up, homie?
Did you and everything?
I did. I got everything. I'm ready to strike a match.
Whatever. Welcome to the game, man.
I know.
Especially right now, days on market's a little funny on properties these days.
All right, it does make you feel better that it's not just you, you know?
No, I put one on in Deer Park and I listed it. And my contractor said everything is done. I went back over there and there was a lot of little things and I'm like, this shit isn't perfect and I'm not happy.
Okay,
And so
let me stop you there real quick.
pulled it all-
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. So is it really, 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 really important to go check this property and every single thing is done right away?
Man, so I make the mistake too, man. So I already listed the damn thing, and then what happened is one of my feedbacks said there was a lot of mosquitoes. So I was like, I'm gonna go spray for mosquitoes. I went over there spraying for mosquitoes. I go in the house and there's just little things everywhere, and I was just like, I did not pay you to do 99.9% of the job. I paid you to do 100%. And so I messaged him and I sent like the video I sent you. I sent him. There was probably 20 of them, 20 of those little videos, letting him know I saw every detail. And this is the way I'm setting the standard for my guy. Like, you're not going to get away with doing half-ass. You're not going to get away with missing the details. Because if we want top dollar, that stuff's got to be done. So I sent it to him and I pulled it off the market. And I said, I'm sitting off the market. This is costing me money every day until this gets done. So tell me how quickly we can get it done. In like 3 or 4 days, he went out there. He had everything finished up, and he finished it, and I put it back on the market, and we got it under contract in like 5 days.
Wow.
And yeah, but there's so many little things, man, like trim here, the painting around the door trim to the back door. You could tell they only went one coat. Like, you could see the color, the old color through it. Like, there was a bunch of little things. When I walked it, I felt if I was a consumer, I would say, damn, they didn't finish fucking anything in this house.
Yep.
And as soon as we took that away, that thing got sold. It's still under contract. We haven't closed. And then they hit me on inspection for a couple things. We're an option right now, but I agreed to do almost all of it because I want them to be in a perfect product. But that one's going to get sold too.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, so I think I need to work on a few of those things for sure. But what else are you seeing? And you said you talked to the other agents. So what's up?
So I did. So this lady, Monique, her buyer chose the house. She said it was almost across the street from your house or a little bit down. And she said that it was cheaper. It was $174. So I was like, okay, I get that. And I just told her, is it going to go through? You think it's going to close? She said, it's looking good. And I said, okay. This other lady, Sarah, she was representing an out-of-town buyer. And I actually convinced her to go back and reach out to him again today. She said they already rented something else. A lot of the agents didn't respond, but we got some basic feedback from them. But yeah, it's really, man, you have showings, right? So it's not like you didn't get any looks, but we haven't had anything in 10 days.
Yep.
So I would almost say, well, number one, you got to get that AC fixed because somebody walks in there. It's freaking hot, dude.
Yep, for sure. And it was working when I went there, so I wonder if all these storms, shorted it or...
Yeah, who knows?
That's a good catch, though.
But then, yeah, so in all the little details, they really just kind of secure, that feeling of people saying, man, this is a really good job,
Yep. And then are you thinking of a price adjustment, or we've had a lot of showings, it's just...
We have... and 2 of them said they were interested. One, of course, wasn't really a capable buyer because they chose to lease. The other one chose another property. So it tells me that when they had the choice in a competition, they chose the one that was $10,000 less.
Yep, gotcha.
So I would drop another 5 and let's see the action happen.
So okay, yeah, we're at what, 185 right now?
Yeah, we're at 185.
So do like 179.9, something like that?
I'd stay right on 180.
Well, how come you don't go like a tick below to make it look even juicier, like 170?
Because it's like search engines, the way that people do drop-down boxes, like it's, the common man looks at 180 and 179 is the same thing. But if it doesn't show up in the search, let's say they do a search and they're just moving by 5,000 increments, it might not show up at 179. That's my math on it, is you want to show up in the 180 to 190, you want to show up from the 170 to 190. And that's where 180 does.
Yeah. 170 to 180. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, 170, 180. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think if we do a little $5K price adjustment, I mean, I'm down. I'll try and get, I'll call my contractor next and have him go over there and just kind of look at a few of those things and see if he can get a guy to clean up that front yard. I don't know what's up with that sewer cap thing in the front.
It looks like it's not hanging on to anything too secure. Like you could actually just kind of bury it a little deeper or something, or throw some sand around it and just make it look not so like broken. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's actually supposed to be there.
Yeah, feel like somebody didn't just throw it there and run away.
Dude. Yeah, I know. We had a lot of showings.
AC and then as many of those things as you can. Do a price drop to 180 and let's see what that kicks in.
Okay, perfect. And today's Wednesday, so that'll hit. Yep, for the weekend, and I love it.
Okay, I'll make sure we get the price drop working right now. They're gonna send you an amendment to get it done, but we're gonna go ahead and push the price drop.
Okay.
Let me know when those things are done, text or whatever, just to know that they're getting done. And then whatever you're doing, you choose that list. Just the AC is the really only one for me that I'm like, dude, that's a must. Of course, you know that too.
Yep.
And other than that, man, we'll keep rocking the way we are.
Oh yeah, and the stove I think too. I want to make sure. Did you try the breakers of any of those?
The stove was like no gas, no nothing was coming out of that stove.
Okay.
So I don't think they even tapped it in.
Okay, I'll ask him about that.
Okay, yeah, let me know, and then once we get the price drop, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll put in to do another open house on it.
Oh, sweet. Okay, sounds good, man.
All right, brother. If anything, holler at me.
All right, sounds good, man. Bye.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna call my contractor real quick. Just check in, kind of let him know. And when I was talking to Ozzy, I was going through these pictures he sent and stuff. I could show you guys.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, boss?
Hey, what's up, Jackson?
Nada, I was just talking to our agent for Honeycut. So we've had two interested parties. One wanted to buy it, but they couldn't get the funding, so they're leasing. And the other one bought one, I guess, down the street for like, just because it was a little cheaper at like $174.
Uh-huh.
So we're thinking of doing another little price drop, but he went there today to go check things out, and he goes, there's a few things that I would definitely fix. He goes, one, he's all, the AC is not working. I don't know if a storm, something tripped or whatever, but it's hot in there.
That's probably the breaker.
And then the stove's not working either. He said no gas comes out, it doesn't turn on. He goes, people just come in and check that stuff,
What else? Why don't you send me a list, Jackson?
I'll send you a list because he sent me about 8-9 videos of things. There's some outlet covers not covered, so there's wires hanging out. So he wants.
Why don't you send me an email?
Okay, I'll send you an email. Every little thing on there. And really, the main thing is making sure that AC is cold and if the stove works. And then the other stuff's it's really small. A couple branches fell.
I don't think they turned the valve on. To be honest with you, Jackson.
Okay, cool. Yeah, as long as
that's just to turn the valve on.
He goes, it's weird, when I go in buyers, it's like they always just try that thing, and if it doesn't turn on, it just immediately, kind of throws a flag in their mind.
Got
So,
you. No, we'll take care of that.
Cool, man. We'll do that, and then
it's pouring down over here in Baytown.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Man, these storms, I'm telling you, it's sunny over here right now.
It's
Fixing to come my way, I'd imagine.
Probably. It's coming down pretty good.
Cool. How's Holman and Shoreacre?
So Shore Acres, it is, the walls got insulated. Every single piece of wood in there that needed to be replaced has been replaced. And the cabinets are finished. The sheetrock's installed completely.
Wow.
The side door, the double door got finished.
Yeah, it looked good.
They're doing the corner beats today. All the metals on the windows and everything, prepping for taping and floating. They'll be taping and floating tomorrow. And the next day, I'd say by the end of the week, we're finishing up the soffit today over there because we had to replace the majority of the soffit.
Yep.
Jackson.
Yep.
It had to happen. So they're doing the soffit today. And then tomorrow we'll pressure wash the outside of that house and start ready for paint for the weekend. We'll be painting this weekend in that house, and we'll be probably painting inside and outside. And coming next week, we'll be doing flooring and restrooms, paint kitchen, and color today.
Okay, love it. Cruising.
Yes, sir. So I'd say end of next week we're going to be looking good.
Were you able to pull inspection on Holman?
Matter of fact, electrician's headed this way right now. Let me talk to him. I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay.
He told me he would send me all the paperwork, so.
Sweet.
Let me double check on all that, and once we do, I'll have it insulated, sheetrock, tape floated, and roll with it.
Okay. Yeah, man. Let's get these things cruising so we can get some.
Dude, I was actually ready to start setting forms on the outside for the cement, and these little storms, man,
I know.
Killing us.
Is it just getting real? It's probably super muddy and nasty and.
Really muddy.
I know it is rain.
If you dig the ditches around it, guess what? More than 9 times out of 10, it's gonna cave in.
Yep. Okay. No, I mean we got time on that. I know you guys can get that garage done in no time. So let's just do it when it's right.
Yeah, that's what I've been waiting on. But I'd say that one about 2.5 weeks also out of there.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. I want to get these done
So within the next 3 weeks, we should be done with everything in both of those.
All right. Cool. Then we can move on. I want to find another big Kingwood one, and maybe we're gonna look into building something, man.
Let's do it.
Okay. We got to get these ones going, and we'll do it. So I'm gonna.
How are your YouTube videos coming out?
They're doing good, man. People are learning a ton as
Did
much
you
as
see
I
all the
am.
videos of the walls falling and all that?
Oh, dude, I got yeah, I went there on Thursday and met with the termite guy. It's fascinating to me how bad those termites are getting year in and year out. And he said we brought them over here from Japan, like, 70 plus years ago from the war, and they're just spreading like wildfire.
Yep.
They're bad. He said he's starting to see him up in the middle of Houston now too, and it's just super important to. He's like, you call me anytime, if you got questions, and I'll come check these things out. But he showed me kind of how to look for them, and it was a master's degree on termites.
Oh, I know. I mean, I know how to look for
Dude.
that kind of stuff. I mean, as soon as I walked in, I was like, oh crap! Immediately, that was my reaction. I was like, oh crap!
Yeah.
Walked in the pile of this one.
Yeah.
But it's all right. We're getting her done.
I know, and it looks real. It's more motivating now seeing all of it redone. It looks beautiful.
Oh
dude.
my God! I didn't see the end of the rotted wood. Oscar was like, another wall.
I
said,
know.
Just strip it all. I said, at this point,
Do it.
I said, just strip it all.
Yep. Yeah, it looks good. I'm pumped about it. I might head over there tomorrow or something and get a little update on it. So.
Cool.
But okay, I'll send you this email with everything on it real quick, and then let's get it buttoned up, and then we're gonna and let me know, because once you do that, we're gonna do the price drop. So hopefully we get some more people in there, and
I'll do that.
That way it's looking good. So okay, man, I'll send it over now.
All right, thanks, Harrison.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So a few of the things that came up, and it's so weird that my phone, which is Apple, links to my Mac. Everything, I can look at my text messages on here, but for some reason certain numbers don't show up on your computer that they do on your phone. Anybody know why that happens? It drives me nuts, because I was going to pull up the messages on here and show you, but Ozzy's work phone's text don't show up on my computer. I don't even know if that makes sense, but it pisses me off. Regardless, I don't really have to show you. He sent me all these little videos. They're all, see if you can catch that there. Probably about 15 videos from like outlet covers, branches in the front yard, kind of the stuff that we were talking about. So I'm going to send that over to my contractor to go back over to Honeycut and just kind of button everything back up, make it look good again, and then we're going to do a 5K price drop and list this thing. So I know a lot of you guys are learning a ton from this and newbie, and then I'm getting the seasoned vets, flippers who are kind of kicking my ass in the comments, and I think a lot of times I'll take it. It does bug me here and there. I'm like, oh, I need to quit documenting this. I need to quit showing my, it gives me second thoughts on what I'm doing, my actual purpose here. But then I'm like, no, I'm helping so many people, and it's just like Ozzy. This dude's done 500 like real estate investments, my listing agent. And he just said, oh yeah, I just made that mistake the other day. So I know mistakes are had, and it's a lot easier to be a hindsight quarterback and, oh, you should have done this and that. And I get it. But I'm brand new in this. I'm documenting it. I'm making these mistakes that I think a lot of the people who are seasoned, they forget about and they never documented. So with that being said, we're going to do this price drop. There's probably things we could have done right out of the gate to get this thing sold quicker. Probably. You know what? And I've learned a lot from it. I think even with our next two going forward, we're going to pay for staging. I've seen some flips and some listings of these houses that are staged, and they're just fucking awesome. Like they just jump out at you. And so that's one thing. And then the next thing is, before we go list it, instead of like, hey, did you get all these things done? Yep. Sometimes we got multiple projects. He doesn't remember if they got that, or his guys tell him, yes, it's done, but it's not. I'm going to go walk the property, and I'm going to say, okay, this needs to be done, that needs to be done, and make sure, it gets done before we list it too. So all, a learning curve, but in the roller coaster of emotions of house flipping, real estate investing, I still feel good about what I'm doing. And I talked to my wife about this the other night, because again, you start to read some of the comments in the seasoned flippers, in the comments, who just kind of berate you, which is unfortunate that, like, here I am trying to grow a house flipping business, and by documenting it, putting it out there, I get told kind of almost like how big of an idiot you are, and you need to be doing this. And there's so much buildup. 99% of my comments are all buildup and thank you, but it is that 1% of like, you're an idiot. Why would you do that? I don't know. I'm new at this. So I was talking to my wife about that. I'm like, it's kind of difficult to deal with that sometimes, and I was like, I wouldn't take back any of these mistakes though, and I think every one of these houses we're gonna make money on, So inevitably I'm gonna make money on money that was just sitting there doing nothing for me. It gets stressful at times, but I got a fucking master's degree in 4 to 5 months of house flipping, doing, 3-4 of these things that hey, 2-3 years of reading books, podcasts, watching YouTube videos. Obviously, I didn't learn enough because I'm getting my ass kicked over and over. So at the end of the day, if you're in a position that allows you to do this, I think some of you may be wired a little differently than me too. I'm more of a just like glass half full, let's go, I don't really care. I'm not gonna overanalyze things. So I know there's that 180 out world where they're like, I'm gonna analyze every detail, every penny spent, and I am all about profit, and that's great. That's probably who I need to partner with, is somebody like that, to where, I like going out and making all these relationships. I got a lot of stuff coming on this channel, guys. I mean, crazy stuff is getting sent my way because I'm just putting my life out there for you guys. So that's my passion, is kind of doing this, documenting it and meeting people and learning. But the back end, analytics side of this thing is where I most likely obviously struggle. And so I do see, all the comments, and I see some of them of me getting my butt kicked. But again, to go back talking to my wife, I was like, what I have learned, or what we have learned in the past 4 or 5 months, like, dude, how cool is this? Like, we go to parties, we go to functions, we go to dinner, we talk to people, and everybody's attention comes to us because I do some small social media posts, and everybody wants to know about flipping, about hard money. And I can sit there and talk for hours now of all the mistakes I've had and all the, and I'm connecting people. So that's something that you can look forward to, is you're probably going to make some mistakes. You're going to get your butt kicked a little bit here and there. You're going to have to drop prices. You may lose money on a flip, whatever, but you're going to have some home runs, some losses, but you're going to learn a ton. And I think what it's inevitably going to do is it's going to help you to niche. Like, we started right where we wanted to be, which was in kind of our area doing high-end flips. And then we went to the low, smaller ones, because we thought we could just go boom, 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 boom. And you realize it's not really what we like to do. We actually really enjoy the process of getting a house and doing a real custom design, and something that we're really, really, really proud of, instead of kind of that quick, let's just get it flipped type thing. So that's beautiful. Now we know, right? We've done both, and I can give my examples of both. And again, I keep mentioning, I think it's going to lead to a path of building something from scratch, from the ground up, right? Building something new as well too. So all of that's going to be coming down the pipeline, and I'm going to continue to document this stuff for you guys. So if you aren't, subscribed yet, and that's another thing too. People ask me all the time all these questions about, hey, how do you get money? How does the hard money loan process work? Do you need a LLC? You guys go back to video 1 and just watch the entire thing. I'm not promoting my channel in that regard. I'm just saying, I didn't even have an LLC. I didn't have a bank account. I didn't even know how to get hard money. I didn't even know what hard money was. You'll see everything that I've done. Start from video 1, then go 2, 3, 4, 5, and you will see this natural progression of just the past few months of knowing nothing to where I'm at today. And it's all free out there. So go check all those videos out. And the only thing that helps me is if you guys hit that like button and continue to comment down below. Whether it's good or bad, I don't give a shit. I'm actually enjoying both sides of it. And even the not ridicule, but the positive, comments out there about, what I'm doing wrong. I'm actually learning from those too. Like, dude, that's a pretty good point. I wish it would have came off a little differently, but keep the comments alive because it's helping everybody. In fact, to double down on that, you know what I'm going to do? I've gotten a considerable amount of emails, even messages from you guys, a considerable amount of comments, of questions. So in the next few days, what I'm going to do is I'm going to round up all of those questions, and I'm just going to take them and I'm going to read them in a video, and I'm going to answer them to my utmost ability. And if I don't have an answer for it, I'll figure it out. But even the hard questions, the ones where I'm getting kind of, made fun of in there, or I'm an idiot type comments, whatever, like, I can't believe you did that, you need to do this, I'm going to address those and tell you where my mindset was then and where it is now. So another reason for you guys to comment, I'm probably going to start doing some Q&A style videos where I answer these questions. And the good news is, again, I'm new, I'm at the forefront of this. So a lot of my answers are going to be, very relative to a lot of you who are trying to get off of the ground with house flipping. So the last thing I'll say, I have opened up the line of communication between me, you, and Hard Money Joe. So some of you may be sitting there liquid with 100,000, or we had a guy, with $250,000 who wants to get into the house flipping game, but doesn't have a contractor, doesn't really know where to go. And so not allowed to tell you exactly what the returns are, but they're very, very good. you can actually fund some deals through Hard Money Joe. You become basically the hard money lender and get your monthly, mailbox money checks. So if you're interested in that, shoot me an email, invest@realagentnow.com. And you can just say, hey, I want to learn more about, getting into the hard money fund and actually being a lender on a lot of these deals. And you get to see the deals, come through. You get to actually handpick them. You can take your own deal. If it's $170,000 that needs to be loaned out, like you could have that deal and you're going to get all of, the interest. It's pretty fascinating. I've sat through some of these calls. I didn't even know anything about that world, but it's very interesting now. So if you want to learn more about that, email me. And like I mentioned, if you go back to the beginning, I've got everything that you need. So this is a playlist that I made of free videos, but this is basically a free course. This is a $15,000, $20,000 course that all the gurus will charge you. It's free right here, but take every single video, take notes, go through them. I promise you, that's going to get you going at house flipping.